for the both of you, and to come to this level where you are self-aware of your own masculinity, your own identity and values, how have you worked through this whole process of envisioning your own version of masculinity for yourselves? Were there any milestones or people, practices in your life that have helped you get here?
I think I'm working out my masculinity with JC and learning through vulnerability and honesty. I think good friendships mutually change. So if your best friend should change you, you should look more like them or at least understand their plight. And JC and I think have just been going deeper and deeper from the way that we love each other to the way that we love our partners, to the way he loves his kids, to the way I love my dog, to all these ways. I think that it's through my I think it's through my marriage and through JC. I would even maybe say first through JC, then learning my marriage, what it is to be less toxic in my masculinity. I don't know that if not for this sort of friendship and the vulnerability that we've shared, that 5 years ago I could have gotten on stage and said I come from trauma and I come from abuse and I'm a work in progress, etc.
And going back to kind of the acknowledging kind of the benefits that you get without having earned them. You can read that in a book that says, society benefits men over women. And you can either ignore it or you can take a posture of listening. And I think that for both of us, it's been accepting, okay, we don't have it figured out. We often don't have the answers. And when it comes to masculinity and patriarchy, it means listening to women more often. It means reserving judgment in order to understand, or at times not even saying something and letting what a woman has said stand, period, end of story. So those are, I think, practices as well, and catching yourself of, just a small thing. The team at where I work is, the boss is a guy, and then the rest of the team other than myself is a woman. And I'm always constantly trying to be aware of, is what I'm about to say, repeating what my colleague just said? And when is it proper or not to speak or not speak? Because we all feel like we have something good to say and to add to the conversation. But sometimes, especially as guys, you just need to shut up and you don't really need to say anything else.
Well, and I think in America, guys really, not in a benevolent way, in a good way, filters, process things with women because they know that they're safer. So a lot of guys have female friendships to kind of unload their toxic masculinity. But then that's in lieu of having a guy in their life that they can say, hey, are you going through the same things I'm going through? And it's females in America, my wife included, are far more emotionally advanced, have a much higher EQ than I do. And so it can be easy to kind of say woman, help man.
Right.
But I think there's times for that. I also think it's we men really need to get super honest about our struggles, or we're going to pump out a bunch of unhealthy males.
And I think that's really great. Whether it's a posture of listening, being honest to yourself. I feel when you do that, you kind of end a vicious cycle. You start something positive,